What's going on, y'all? This your boy Wicjones, and it is Mental Health Awareness Month this month, and I couldn't let the month finish out without giving you guys a behind the beat of a record that the homie Jelie and I released last year this month, called Cope. In general, this record it was a dope record. Got hair in my mouth. It was a dope record that we had put together. She wanted to make a record kind of about like coping and addiction and just the different ways that we cope through life through various methods. And we chopped it up for a bit about what we wanted to create, really what she wanted to create, and I was tasked with building the beat around that. So I did that. The record came out dope. Cope is out now. Go check that out. And yeah, let's get into the behind the beat of that. So to really start off that record, after we talked about what she wanted to create, etc., I came up with this piano progression that I kind of felt like was the vibe we were going for. Slightly melancholic, but still, I don't know, uplifting in a way. So yeah, that was the start of it. Got this down, and she was rocking with it. So we kept kind of building from here. And kind of the next thing, the drums. And if you know me, I prefer to work within machine when it comes to drums. It just makes it easier for me, how I like to do my drums and everything. And I've been cooking up on machine for so long that it's literally second nature. If you see mostly Oh Gosh Leotis drums for the most part, some cymatics, and a few things that I plucked. It looks like from what's that one kid, that DJ Khalil kid that he had released with Native Instruments. It's called DJ Khalil. But yeah, so just a few sounds that I really rock with for the vibe. So after we got the drums and the piano going, it was just time to add some bass. So I stuck with this. Is before I was playing the live bass super heavily, I guess, or else I probably would have just laid it on there. But we got the old trusty Rickenbacker to lay this. Something simple, and then a switch up for the tail end of the verse. I'm a big fan of, just kind of giving variety where we can, in the music. I feel like it haunts me to just do the same thing for the whole track. I need some variation. Love that little snare roll. So yeah, outside of that, I feel like that's really the bulk of the record right there. And then everything else was kind of just the bells and whistles. I have these horns going on the hook. Yeah. Something to make it feel bigger. So yeah, that's the gist of those. Here, let me unmute the rest of these. From there, like I was saying, it's like really just the bells and whistles. So just some pizzicato strings and some horns, to kind of help progress stuff. This guitar, just messing around on there, found something that sounded dope. Doused it in delay and reverb, and it did what it was supposed to do. These strings that kind of come in and out on the hooks. overall an orchestral feeling record, but I definitely love orchestral sounds in general, so it felt natural to kind of put all this stuff into one. And it was fitting the vibe, so it was dope. In verse 2, had to switch it up a tad. I think on the final record, we ended up taking this out. Something to make that last, going into the hook, kind of epic, all that extraness. I want to solo all those real quick. Yeah. I really love just putting all this stuff together because it was, after we really got the base of it, we kind of worked on the record more and then came back to it and really tried to figure out, it's like, well, what else does it need? And, I just started throwing more ideas at it to try to kind of progress the record overall. And all this stuff is basically what ended up sticking, including that little riser that you hear. On the final record, we ended up kind of doing something cool with it to kind of add to the tension of the record, build on I don't even know, I feel like tension is the perfect word for it, make it kind of dramatic by like putting pauses into it. So it's like, I'm not even going to make the vocal sound of it, but go listen to the record. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But I feel like that's honestly the gist of everything that I did for this record, outside of, mixing it and, bringing it to life as much as possible. After July did her thing on it, it was just my task to kind of make it pop and make it something special. And, it wasn't that hard to do, because she was already spitting some dope stuff on it. She was doing her thing, and, she came out the ending. She did a spoken words thing, and we had to figure out kind of what would sound dope behind that, to kind of give it more variation. And we ended up settling on getting the homie Jay West to come through and play cello on it. Jay West, he's a dope artist and happens to play cello, so a dope musician as well. And, y'all definitely go check him out. But let's listen to the tail end of that, and, I'll kind of show you guys what the cello sounded like on that.
But as if our pain doesn't outweigh every tear that we've cried. Some say it's easy to let go and just give it to God. We've been taught to hide our feelings, swallow tears, and be a G. But ours was grief, so we found unhealthy measures for relief, for release. Meditate by medication for some temporary wings. Our problems then develop halos. The golden aura seen to light our battlefields and also partner us with Kratos. But then we land and the ground implodes beneath us because it's unstable. The sky reversed to gray and the golden glow returns to fable. There's skeletons in the closet and monsters under the bed, all infected, so we hide under covers to stop the spread. We would rather use a bandage than heal it with open air. How could you trust a parasite not to leave you impaired? You think the enemy would enter and not attack your immune system? Darwin's theory suggests that no one's safe from opportunism. Although we seem to be soul beings with consciousness and such, goodwill isn't all that common, so our option is in trust, in digression. Our optics often open up to anything that feels whole.
Body.
Even if it widens the gaps, it makes it worse. In the simplest terms, we're just trying to cope.
I know in general I have some footage of him actually laying down that cello, so I'm gonna have to release that at some point too. But yeah, that's the gist of it. He literally came through, and I don't think he one-taked everything, but honestly, damn near everything, to the point where we had what we needed within an hour or so. And bro was just phenomenal at what he does, and he really helped set this record, over the top. I felt like it was already dope with everything Jelie and I had, contributed to it, and the cello, it just ended up really bringing it home. So, yeah, y'all, that's Cope. I hope you guys have enjoyed this record. For the people who have listened to it, if you haven't heard it yet, go check it out. You know, check out July. She got a lot of dope stuff coming. She be sending me all the exclusives, and they're all fire. So I know she really about to pop out on y'all and really give y'all some heat. Of course, be on the lookout for the stuff that I got coming. You know, I got a record releasing soon with the homie Way, but you know, in general, y'all, stay tapped in with your boy, and let's continue to make dope music, y'all. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.